I am not very good at it, but I'm a teacher, so I have to draw on the board often. Many of us would like to know how we can be more influential, how we can be better at changing the client's mind or changing our boss's mind. And often we think it's about rewards and punishments. So offering to pay people money or punish them if they don't do something. But there's actually a much simpler and easier trick that often works. And it's something called behavioral mimicry. So it turns out that if you're looking at someone and that person is smiling, you're more likely to smile. Or if you're looking at someone and that person is touching their head, you're more likely to touch your head. In fact, if you look at someone and they're doing almost anything, you're more likely to mimic or do whatever they're doing. Their behavior, their mannerisms, their emotions, we tend to mimic or imitate the behavior of others around us. And so this is often called mimicry or the chameleon effect. And if we think about why, chameleons tend to imitate their environment. So this is going to be a terrible drawing, but think about a little chameleon here with a little chameleon face and a little chameleon tail and some little chameleon feet. It's the worst chameleon you've ever seen, but he tends to fit in with his environment. So if he's sitting on a stick, he'll look different than if he's sitting on a different thing. We do the same thing. But it turns out we can also use this tool, this idea of behavioral mimicry, to be more influential. It turns out that if you look, whether it's in a sales context or in a negotiation, mimicry is a powerful way to increase our influence. So for example, if negotiators, what makes some negotiators succeed and others fail, mimicking or mirroring your negotiating partner led negotiators to be 5 times as successful. Or think about a waiter or a waitress. Think about taking an order at a restaurant and you say, okay, I'd like the Brussels burger medium with a side salad and a Diet Coke. Well, if the waiter says or waitress says back to you, okay, you'd like a Brussels burger medium, side salad and a Diet Coke, they got a 70% higher tip. Why? Because mimicry creates liking and affiliation. It makes us feel like we're on the same team and we're part of something. If we found out we had the same birthday in common, for example, we'd feel like we're part of the same tribe and we're more likely to trust and like each other. And so I think the idea here is when we're trying to persuade others, we're trying to be more influential, don't just listen, emulate. Right? Don't just listen to what others are doing, use their behavior as a way to imitation. Someone sends you an email, for example, and they say, dear, whatever your name might be, versus hey, versus hi, for example, versus just your name. Well, you can do the same thing. You can write dear back versus writing hey back versus writing one of the others. Imitating the language used will make you more likely to be persuasive and more likely to be effective overall. So if you're out there and you're an entrepreneur, whether it's a small business or a large business that you run, you should start drawing. Why? Because you are clearly better at drawing than me, and because drawing will help you express your ideas more effectively and help you convince others how great your ideas are. So start drawing, and best of luck.